Ray Carrion considers both Puerto Rico and South Lorraine his home. He was born in Puerto Rico, but he spent most of his life in Lorraine. And he has great memories of his first acts of community service with his dad.
I would say perhaps I was 6, 7 years of age, living in Puerto Rico. And at that time, my father was very involved in the community, not only working for the government, but also doing many community activities, very similarly to what I do now. Back in that time frame, we were fortunate enough to live next door to a former baseball player, really a great Puerto Rican baseball player named Roberto Clemente. And after his passing, my father decided to create an event to honor him, his wife Vera, and his children, his 3 sons. So in preparation for that event, it was determined that the field, our community park, needed a lot of work, needed some TLC. My father tried to work through the city of San Juan, who really oversaw that particular park, to make this work. And when things just were not moving forward and time was of the essence, remember my father calling me saying, "Naldo, let's go to the park." So we walked up to the park. My father has been really impacted with health ailments really all my life since I recall being born, and almost unable to walk to the park. We went to the park and took care of the field.
Married to his wife, Orquidia, for 30 years, Ray fuels his passion through both his daughter Alexis and his son Ray Jr. With grandchildren on the way, he wants them all to be proud of where they grew up, teaching them that respecting where you come from leaves a legacy of love.
How do you treat others, the way that I would want to be treated? And that's something that just really, as I get older, it happens, I turn into my father. It's like watching the script and everything that I saw growing up that I never thought it would be me at this part of my life. It just seems like I'm a carbon copy of that man.
Cel Rivera refers to Ray affectionately as being part of the first family of Lorraine. Cel admired Ray's dedication as he recalls the hours he saw Ray putting in as the new kid on the block.
Lorraine's on the verge of a rebirth with our downtown area, and I think that Ray has made sure that South Lorraine is part of that renewal. I think he's brought back a sense of pride and a renewed sense of hope. I think that he's re-energized not only the people who live there, but the people who used to live there are re-interested in South Lorraine. I lived in South Lorraine for a while when I was young, and I follow him and I follow what they're doing out there, and it's just wonderful. I was so excited last year, in the last couple of years, what's going on downtown, but to watch the things they're doing in South Lorraine, everything from the new businesses to improvement at Oakwood Park, the community cleanups, the banners that celebrate our pioneers and celebrate our student graduates.
He's a family man with a huge plan to leave things better than he found them.
I have been in South Lorraine for many years, 40 plus years, and South Lorraine has such an incredibly strong community, strong people, caring people, passionate people. And what I see is a community that has been devastated for years. There's been a lack of action, a lack of investment. And when I see that, it's like a sense of apathy, and you see people kind of going through the motions, and it breaks your heart. It broke my heart that to see our community in this state, and I pledge that I would get involved when I did not want to get involved, that I would get involved and really make my first movement is to get the community to get engaged, to wake everyone up, to let them know that they can make a difference. and you will not make a difference by standing and watching the game from the sidelines and complaining. Take action. You can do this.
Thanks, Ray, for never giving up on your passion. Ray Carrion, a 2021 Leadership Lorain County Excellence in Leadership honoree.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor and privilege to be here with all of you today. Thank you, Julie, and the entire Leadership Lorain County team for this special recognition. This is truly an honor for me, my family, and for my extended family that calls South Lorain home. I also would like to congratulate Ms. Barb Piscopo, Dr. John Schaefer, Mr. Marsalis Hammonds, and the Second Harvest Food Bank on their respective awards. I am honored to share this moment with all of you. I can talk for hours just about anything that's exciting. However, speaking about myself is a different story, so I will try to be brief. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Orquídea, for her love and support, both at home and away from home, as she shares me with the rest of our community. I love you very much. To my children, Ray and Alexis, thank you. Thank you for being who you are, strong, independent, and dedicated professionals who serve others and not themselves. To our grandchildren, Isabel, Hayden, coming in April is Camila, and a new surprise whose name is yet known. Your innocence is what makes us all work harder. To my future son-in-law, Josh, and my daughter-in-law, Hollis, you are both a blessing and an inspiration to the entire family. To my amazing brother, Felix, thank you. Thank you for always being in my corner, always having my side. To my sister, Lisette, thank you once again for always being incredibly kind to everyone. To my sisters-in-law, Elizabeth Carrion and Marilyn LeBoy, and to my brother-in-law, Rafael Jimenez, thank you. Thank you all for always being amazing to me. To my mother-in-law, Doris, you are an angel. You have always been the same way, and I always love you for that. I also want to thank my Kendal at Oberlin family. This organization is remarkable in so many ways. I am blessed to have found a working family whose core values and principles mirror my own. Prior to working at Kendal, I spent many years working for the city of Lorain. During my time with the city, I came across many people that were instrumental in my development. One of those individuals was Sel Rivera. Since day one, Sel has been a solid mentor and a friend. Thank you, Sel. Sandy Prudoff, my former director. Sandy gave me the encouragement and guidance to grow as a professional and as a human being. Sandy, you really paved the way for me, and I can never pay you enough. Thank you, Sandy. Last but not least, I would like to thank my parents, Felix and Margie Carrion. Your unconditional love and support have always been my inspiration and the impetus for my desire to serve our community. Both of my parents were excellent role models. Their involvement in the community back in Puerto Rico was game-changing, and it was contagious. To my role model, and that is my father, Felix, time and time again, you made the impossible possible with your heart, tenacity, determination, and an unwavering conviction to never say it can't be done. When people say something can't be done, to me, I usually smile or I usually smirk, and I think about that moment with my father, and I just think back and say, you know what, this is nothing, let's go. What I do for this community, what I do for people, my friends, family, it comes from my heart, and I do not expect anything in return. I feel like I have seen this story before, and I have. Thank you, Dad. That same attitude is what we are bringing to South Lorain. The South Lorain community is remarkably strong. The community is filled with passion, love, determination, and hope. This community is who I call the Friends of South Lorain. These are the people that carry a similar conviction, one that says, you know what, it can be done. Not can't, it can be done. So to all of the folks that are in South Lorain, I'll tell you this, our best is yet to come. So once again, I would like to thank Julie, the team at the Leadership Lorain County Organization for this tremendous recognition and award. I thank you very much. Thank you.